Buhay Online, Chikahan at Kaalamang Pangkabuhayan. Ating tunghayan, pakinggan at tuklasin ang mga pangyayari at kaganapan sa mundo ng online. Buhay Online, Chikahan at Kaalamang Pangkabuhayan. Alamin ang pinaka-latest trends mula sa trabaho at kung hanggang saan na ang narating ng teknolohiyang ito. At ngayon, narito na ang ating host, ang ating Techie Mommy, si Jaye C. Bautista.
Hello everyone! Happy Thursday! Magandang umaga po sa lahat. Thank you so much for waking up to this new day. We always are thankful tuwing nagigising tayo sa umaga sa bagong araw, right? So thank you Lord for this brand new day. Happy Thursday everyone! It's March 25, Thursday. And nandito po tayo ulit, so of course, sa Buhay Online. Ang ating pong paksa or topic pa rin is about online tutoring. Okay, I got some messages yesterday regarding asking for more information kung paano maging online tutor. Okay, we've been giving information na, di ba, since Monday. Pero specifically, may nagtanong po sa akin, nag-email, at saka nag-message to ask ko niya, specifically daw, i-tackle yung tungkol sa pagiging online tutor na teacher. Like yung online tutoring, literally, yung mga tutor ng mga subjects, right? Of course, before the pandemic and even matagal na kumukuha tayo ng mga tutors para sa ating mga anak. And we're just going to discuss how different nowadays is yung or if there is a difference, of course, face-to-face and online tutoring sa efficiency, sa effectiveness nito. Okay, somebody asked kung pwede daw pag-usapan natin yan and compare. Okay, we'll do that. So of course, unang-una, of course, let us discuss and explain in detail, okay, itong online tutoring. Today, we're going to talk about that and answer to the request and the question. Okay? Unang-una, of course, diba? Kasi we were talking about online tutoring as a new job to have nowadays and as an option because of the pandemic and social distancing. Pero, okay, overview today, again, what is online tutoring, okay? Of course, online tutoring is a form of teaching, usually one-to-one, that takes place over the internet. This takes the place of yung face-to-face tutoring ng mga anak natin before, right? Now, usually one-to-one, tsaka real-time. Real-time din ito, kaya lang hindi mo siya kaharap, okay? Online tutoring must involve a real person, okay? Despite what some technology platforms may claim, right? The online tutor can be somebody the student already knows in a real-life capacity or somebody from the other side of the world that the student only ever meets online. Yun na nga, kasi nga ang online tutoring, ayun nga, yung job na yan, lucrative because we can teach from anywhere and to anyone from all over the world, right? Ang ating ang ating mga estudyante ngayon, hindi na lang limited or confined sa mga nag-aaral dito sa Pilipinas or yung mga nag-hire ng tutor para sa mga anak nila personally, right? Kasi now we can do this virtual, alright? Hold on lang sandali because I can hear some sounds, but could you hold on a second, please? I will just see if I can. Never mind, it's okay. But anyway, the requirements for online tutoring are usually just that the student and tutor both have internet connection, di ba? With syempre sufficient bandwidth, sufficient speed, yung connectivity, syempre, importante. And that, kailangan, of course, a device that's able to receive or deliver yung online lesson. Yun ang kailangan. And most ideal nowadays, laptop or desktop, right? Kasi medyo mahirap. Meron na rin, of course, mga nag-aaral sa tablet, pero mas mabuti na talaga desktop or laptop. Okay? Ano naman, kahapon nabanggit natin yung online tuition. Ano yung online tuition? Hindi naman ito tuition fee, okay? Online tuition is the same as online tutoring, actually. You can use either, almost interchangeable itong dalawang terms na to. Online tutoring, tsaka online tuition, okay? Tapos, di ba, how does online tutoring work? Okay? Kasi how online tutoring works, depende kasi immensely from person to person, and from one tutoring organization to another, di ba? Or from one teacher to another, or the student or the parents, okay? Nasa sa pag-uusap at saka kung anong kailangan, right? So, how can you make online tutoring work? Okay, anong mga kailangan nyo? Nabanggit na natin yan in previous days. Pero specifically ito, we're talking about online tutoring. Di ba, like we said, online tutoring could mean could be iba-ibang klaseng pag-tutor, not just academic subjects like what we're discussing now, pero iba-iba nga, ng mga iba-ibang expertise. But today, we're tackling specifically yung online tutoring ng mga subjects or yung pagtuturo ng kung paano pumasa sa UPCAT or stuff like that, okay? So how does online tutoring work? There are options for how it works, di ba? I'm gonna give these options, okay, and talk to you about the options, how it works. Hello there, Ananya Dolendo Alforte. Good morning. And yes, and that's good morning sa lahat, si Miss Ananya. And of course, hindi ko na naman nakikita yung ibang tao na nanonood talaga. Yung names hindi nagpa-pop up talaga, always late. So yeah, so we're specifically tackling the online tutoring ng academe, right? Jake Elizar, hello Jake, I missed you. Good morning, Jake. So yan, so we're talking about online tutoring, literally, na kagaya ng tutoring ng mga academic subjects. So how does that work? How to go about that? Okay. Ang kailangan, of course, sa online tutoring or teaching is a standard Skype or Zoom video chat, okay, with both the online tutor saka yung estudyante showing their work or instruction to the webcam. Yun na nga, para, kasi mag-share ka na kailangan ng screen. Kailangan meron kang matinding online virtual classroom or platform, okay, na environment wherein yung tutor follows a carefully worked out program of lessons, often using functionality similar to an interactive whiteboard. Yun yung sinabi ko kahapon. Kailangan merong interactive whiteboard. In lieu of the physical whiteboard na sinusulatan, ito, interactive whiteboard na pwedeng pareho kayong mag-work on it. Okay? A shared screen type approach, okay, where the tutor is screen sharing and potentially annotating it for the student to follow, possibly with a messaging function as well. Pakita ko yung example ng kunyari screen share, alright? Ayun, nakikita niya yata yung comment. Alright. Let's see. Screen share online. Kasi dapat importante talaga, nakakapag-share ka ng screen like this, okay? So that both of you are working on it, yung teacher tsaka yung tutor, right? So it's important talaga that a shared screen type approach is there. Kasi we have para yung pareho yung teacher tsaka yung estudyante can see the same thing and work on it, like this screen, right? Yung round decimal numbers to the nearest whole number, yan, makikita nito, pareho yung nakikita yan, right? Okay? So, kagaya na nakikita nyo lahat ng ginagawa ko, ganun. Ganun ang kailangan mangyari when you're sharing screens with your students, right? Okay. So that's important. Why do people use online tutoring? Okay. Even before the pandemic, this has been already being done. Okay. The benefits of online tutoring I will cover, okay? But broadly talaga, it involves talaga parents and students, okay? Because they're the ones that choose online tutoring for one of four reasons, okay? There's four reasons I'm going to talk about, okay? Bakit nagpapa-tutor ang mga parents sa anak nila? 'Di ba? Kahit na noon hindi online, kahit face-to-face because they want their kids to get better grades, right? To get better grades in the run-up, o kaya to prepare them for an exam, whether it's UPCAT or SAT sa America or GCSE or kung ano man na testo, right? Or exams. Ano pa, to plug gaps in learning or support a child who's struggling in a subject. Ayan ang pinaka-obvious na or pinaka-common na reason why parents get tutors for their kids. Kasi nagsastruggle sa isang subject, right? Or nahirapan, okay? Ano pa ang reason kung bakit tayo kumukuha ng online actually not online. Bakit tayo kumukuha ng tutor? And of course now it's online. Para to enable a child to accelerate their progress further and faster than they would in a class of 15, 30 to 40 students, right? Yun na nga, parang one-on-one, kasi para mas matutukan yung pag-aaral ng bata, right? So, yeah. So, ikaw ba, Jake, nag-tutor ka ba? Or kayo, Ananya, did you ever get if you're a mother, did you ever get a tutor for your child? Or ikaw ba nag-tutor when you were growing up? Kami naman, as 6 children, our parents never got us tutors, right? Kami yung eventually naging tutor. Right? Kagaya ko, right? I've tutored many students already by now at this point. But yeah, those are the reasons why parents get tutors, para makatulong mag-prepare anak nila sa exam, para makatulong din sa homework ng mga anak nila, and more than often than not, yun na nga, when a child is struggling in a certain subject, kailangan niya ng tutor. Of course, meron noon dating stigma in a way na pag kumuha ka ng tutor kasi boboy anak mo. Well, through the years, hindi na naging ganyan. Noong araw ko naman, we were studying talaga pag kumuha ng tutor, mahinang ulo. Pero nowadays kasi lahat lang kinukuha ng tutor kahit hindi naman mahinang ulo ng anak. Kasi maybe because this has to do a lot about parents not having time to teach their kids or to monitor their kids' education. Sa tutor na lang ang naasa, right? Or pag both parents are working, wala nga time. But anyway, naririnig ko yung mga kapitbahay dito. Anyway, so ano pang reason bakit kumukuha ng tutor? To build confidence in a subject, okay, para magkaroon ng confidence learning a subject and develop the habits of learning so that they can respond better in all their lessons, okay? Naririnig niyo ba yung mga kapitbahay ko nagsasalita? I'm live stream broadcasting here from my new home in Pampanga and my provincial life here. Talaga yung mga kapitbahay, naririnig mo at yung mga tingnan kasi nga hindi ko pa rin na aayos yung aking noise cancellation things. But pasensya na po kung narinig niyo yung mga kapitbahay or mga ingay. Okay? As you all have noticed, lahat ng reason na sinabi ko or binigay ko is just the same as much as face-to-face learning, right? Tutoring. Actually, pare-pareho pa naman din ng reasons kung bakit kumukuha ng online tutoring ang mga parents or why they do online tutoring. Most of it basically are the same reasons. But of course, online tutoring provides all the benefits of face-to-face tutoring, but with much greater convenience. Diba? I mean, let's accept the fact that, yeah, it is more convenient to do online tutoring nowadays, right? Both for the tutor and the student kasi hindi na kailangan mag-commute yung tutor. In the old days, diba? Pinupuntahan kayo ng tutor. So, kasama na rin yun sa fee nila yung pagbayad ng pamasahe nila or gas, right? Okay? So, ano pa? One-to-one or small group online online tutoring. Yes. Most of the time kasi, when we talk about online tutoring, we're referring to one-to-one teaching, okay? One-to-one teaching lessons where one professional tutor will teach one student at a time over the internet. However, it's also possible naman for an online tutor to teach more than one student at a time, in two or more, or in a small group. And in that manner, nagiging classroom na yan, di ba? Class, class lesson, right? Once the group size gets bigger than about 5 to 6, then we tend to refer to it as online teaching, all right? Of the pero sasabihin mo, online teaching, tutoring, pareho rin yun. They're both teaching. Totoo naman. Okay. Because, pero let's admit, okay, itong pandemic situation, this COVID-19 pandemic has brought about a lot of group classes, a lot of Zoom classes and online lessons, right? As many of the focused personalization benefits of online teaching, of online tutoring are lost, di ba? Kasi nawala na yung personalization kasi dumami yung mga nag-group lesson. Pero actually, yung mga group lessons, okay lang yan pag mga Zumba, mga ganyan. Pero I think yung one-on-one tutoring, like mentoring or tutoring like subjects, mas mabuti pa yun talaga yan kesa sa mga class. Mas matututukan, right? It's our opinion that if you're looking to invest in online tutoring, one-to-one tuition or one-to-one tutoring is the way to go, right? The benefits of a tutoring experience kasi entirely personalized yan eh, to a single individual's needs. Naka-customize mo yung pagtuturo mo, depende sa profile ng estudyante mo eh, di ba? So, mas mabuti talaga yung one-on-one. I think it's more productive or efficient dun sa growth ng tinututor mo. Kesa sa if there's more than 5, okay? Kasi in this regard, kung 101, you will be moving and teaching based at the pace of your estudyante, no? Kasi more than ever, yan ang importante dyan. Kasi naka-customize, pati yung style mo or teaching mo or tutoring mo, depende yan sa estudyante mo na 101, okay? What are the most popular subjects for online tutoring? Okay? For younger children aged 5 to 12, di ba? Mga primary school tutoring yan, di ba? It's exclusively on subjects like maths and English, okay? Kasi as the children progress through secondary school, then yung maths nila remains very popular. Maths pa rin very popular. But many tutoring companies today also see large take-up in chemistry, physics, biology, and pati mga languages, right? Nag-diversify na yan. Hindi lang, nung araw kasi, di ba, pag kumuha ka ng tutor, basic lang talaga, math, English, right? Most of the time, yun ang pinapa-tutor nyo. Especially math, right? But nowadays, ano na yan, people get tutors for chemistry, physics, biology, and the languages, right? Because some schools now, especially private schools and all, nag-offer ng isang subject, whether it's Chinese or Spanish or English, of course, na subject sa school. And nagpapatutor ang mga ibang magulang dyan, right? It's worth bearing in mind that a more physical subject like dance, kunyari PE, or even art may be more challenging to teach online. But I'm sure there are plenty of people who are making it work. Oh yeah, for sure. Pati yung pagpapaint, di ba? Pagtuturo ng voice, you know. Yun na nga, dance, nako, ang dami nagtuturo ng Zumba, ng pati training nowadays, CrossFit training, physical fitness, these are online tutored nowadays, right? And the list goes on, it goes on and on. Like I said, as long as there's an expertise to share, experience to share, there's things to learn online, right? As a parent, if you're looking for online tutoring for your child, diba, you'll have a good idea of what subject yung anak mo ang kailangan ng tulong, right? So, kayo na magde-determine, and of course, tsaka, kung ganong ka ka-often nyo kailangan ng tutor. Okay? Depends on your child's ability and capacity, of course. So, what does the online tutor do? Obviously, right? But sige na nga, sabihin na natin. An online tutor does exactly, of course, what a face-to-face tutor does. Naman talaga eh. It's basically the same things, no? You are tutoring or helping the student cope up with yung kanilang kailangan ng tulong, whether it's math or English, or they need help in their homework, or they need help to prepare for kunyari declamation or something. Meron silang event sa school na kailangan siya mag-declaim or mag-recite ng poem, pwede mo rin silang i-tutor sa ganyan. At saka kung voice teacher ka, pwede rin, right? Pwede ka rin magturo ng voice online. Online tutoring pa rin yun. Okay? So, the difference, okay, kasi exactly what a face-to-face tutor does is nagagawa ngayon natin online. Okay? Lesson plans, okay? May mga lesson plan din, and of course, kung freelancer ka and you don't belong to an online tutoring website, you make your lesson plans, you make your curriculum, you make your course materials, right? And then, you teach the lesson, you teach these materials, and then ideally, you report back to the parents, to tell them the progress of their child. You make a report, whether it's weekly or monthly, depends on your agreement with the parent, right? Okay? The difference, difference ng face-to-face tutoring to online tutoring? The difference is that with the benefit of technology, a lot of conveniences are attained. A lot of the additional processes can be automated, diba? And improved to enable the maximum amount of time to be spent on the teaching part. Yung isang oras na dinidevote niya sa inyong tinututor, maximize dahil meron na tayo ngayong mga bells and whistles, mga features, mga interactive things na pwedeng gamitin, to teach better, rather than spending time in the preparation and reporting part, diba? Ngayon interactive na. Tsaka automatic yung what do you call this, yung review, yung feedback is automatic pagka online tutoring, right? For example kasi online maths lessons are created well, okay? Pwede mo i-create in advance yung mga materials mo na gagamitin, right? Yung mga curriculum mo, kung ikaw ang gumagawa ng sarili yung curriculum. So, kung ang tutor, alam na yung tuturo nila, they don't need to plan the lessons from scratch because nahanda mo na. They just, especially like you have materials from before, face-to-face. What you just need to do is revise those lessons that you've been trained on or that you've been using, tweak them so that they can match the times and upgrade it, make slide presentations or make slide PPTs or PowerPoint of your lessons, right? I-transform mo na sa digital, okay? Okay. Because of this kasi, we should be able to know where a child's gaps are when they start and what their educational needs are. Yun importante, okay? That's why the tutor should teach based on also national curriculum lessons and then report back through the platform or through the platform to the parents how the students or the children are doing, okay? Kasi may reporting dyan na involved, na whether it's weekly or monthly, like I said, you have to report to the parents to see how their child is progressing against their gaps after each lesson. Ayun pala, kung ano yung mga gaps niya, lapses, or yung mga difficulties ng estudyante, dapat nilalagay mo yan in writing there in the actual site or platform where you are teaching. Okay? Ano pa? An online tutor should also work to build a relationship with the child. Diba? Ganun din naman kasi, diba, sa face-to-face, pwede mo rin yan ma-achieve online. You should build a relationship dun sa bata or sa student na tinuturuan nyo. For online tutoring to be most successful kasi, the students' needs have to feel safe. The students have to be secure in knowing that he or she will learn properly and correctly and efficiently and effectively from you, right? So the student needs to feel safe, relaxed, and keen and interested to do work or work with his or her tutor, right? So ang importante dyan is knowing your student, knowing the needs, and respect, right? There should be respect on both sides of the coin, right? Importante yan. Pa rin yan talaga na mayroong respeto para sa isa't isa. Tsaka, ina-appreciate mo rin yung estudyante mo at kilalanin mo siya, right? So, ano pa? Ang tanong dito, sabi ng isang parent, is online tutoring safe? Unang-una nga, hindi mo naman mahahawakan, hindi mo, kung maisip mo, kunyari, ano ba tong tutor ko na dumating sa bahay ko, child molester or whatever, hindi mo na, wala ka ng ganung fear kasi nga, malayo siya, right? Online tutoring is very safe, provided, of course, you do the right checks in advance, okay? Every tutor, check niya na muna yung background, then, just as you would check a face-to-face tutor, right? The difference with online tutoring is, of course, that you can, kung gusto nyo, be present for the entire lesson, okay, by placing your child sa isang centrally located location sa bahay mo para na monitor mo kung ano yung ginagawa nito online tutor tsaka sa kanya. Kasi baka mamaya, fake online tutor, itong mga cyber sex criminals, mga pedophiles preying on our children. So, kung medyo kayo praying or medyo you have a little bit of some qualms or hesitation regarding having a virtual teacher, like I said, then have your child situate himself in a central location in your house where makikita mo siya sa side ng mata mo or pwede mo pa rin silipin kung ano yung ginagawa nila sa monitor niya. Okay? With in-person tutoring, it's quite likely you'll be asked to wait in the car, which gives much more less transparency, right? Kung magulang ka, di ba? Or hindi ka pinapapasok sa kwarto pag nag-tutor sila. Doon ka muna sa labas, mami, kami lang dito. Pero yung online tutoring, you can actually monitor, in a subtle way, yung pag-aaral ng anak mo. So how much does online tutoring cost? Of course, again, it varies, right? It varies. Kasi yung face-to-face tutoring before, kami ni Rufa, pag nagkukuha kami para sa mga anak niya, ang binabayad namin was between 1,000 to 1,500 an hour. Sabi nga nila, actually, online tutoring is cheaper than face-to-face. Yeah. Yeah, why? Because there's no more transportation costs sa teacher, okay? Online tutoring tends to be a lot cheaper than in-person training kasi costs with most tutoring services start at about $10 or $15, $20 per lesson to about 40 to 50 for more expensive tutors, okay? So dapat ang goal natin is to make the effectiveness of online teaching possible, okay? And available to everyone. Because actually, it can be really efficient naman, okay? Talaga naman, pwede naman maging efficient ang online tutoring. If my voice is droning or wilting away or humihina, please raise your hand, okay? Hold on a second, I'm just gonna have a sip of water because my throat, I'm parched, it's really dry. Okay. Any questions? Please feel free to fill in your questions through my messenger, through this page, or email me any questions. Okay? So, ano ang benefits? Ano ang benefits ng online tutoring? Okay? Una-una, like I said, online tutoring ang pinag-usapan natin dito, yung pagtuturo ng mga subjects or mga ng homework, yung talagang tutor na as we know it from the years, okay? 10 benefits of online tutoring, okay? Number 1, online tuition is much more convenient, or online tutoring. Like I said, online tuition means online tutoring. They're the same, okay? if you talk to any parent, pag nagtanong ka sa isang magulang ng kanilang weekly schedule, magugulat ka kasi how parents are able to organize their logistics, especially yung mga working mommies, how they can juggle, okay, that to make sure that their children get the right after-school club or activity at the right time. So, paano pa sila magkakasingit ng pag-tutor, lalo na pag ang anak mo kailangan ng tulong on a certain subject. That's why, managing full-time the timetables and schedules work for many parents. That's why you have to have time management, okay? Full-time management. And that will work for most parents, diba? Adding tutoring into the mix isn't going to be easy, right? Hindi talaga. Most in-person tutors, yung face-to-face, will try to fit children in around their other after-school commitments. Kasi kita niyo naman, diba? Kasi pag of course, ayusin mo yung schedule mo as parents. Of course, if your husband is talagang everyday nasa office, pero ngayong pandemic na to, a lot of people are working from home, so medyo swak tong pagkukuha ng online tutor, right? Because nga, most in-person tutors will try to schedule the children around their school commitments. Pero pag hindi ka naman tuturo sa physical school, freelancer ka lang, nakakapag-adjust ka sa availability ng iyong estudyante. But as well as finding a free slot that you can't commit to each week, there's the question of actually going to and from your weekly tutoring appointment. Sometimes traveling to and from or parking talaga at your tutor's house can add an extra hour into the already busy schedule, something which no parent has time for. Kaya nga mas uso like sa America or anywhere here na ikaw yung pinupuntahan ng tutor kaysa ikaw yung pupunta sa bahay ng tutor mo. Nowadays, most convenient pa rin yung ikaw ang pupuntahan ng estudyante mo, right? You just have to make sure na yun na pag anong time of day yun kasi baka inaantukin yung estudyante mo. Right? So, fix your available schedule to fit in your students' needs and timing. Okay? Sometimes traveling kasi to and fro is such a hassle, but nowadays, because of the pandemic, yun na nga, kaninong home, sa bahay mo or sa bahay ng estudyante mo kayo magtuturo. I think it's better to teach at sa bahay na tinuturuan mo, right? In comparison kasi, online tutoring takes place in the family home. Tignan niyo yung picture na yan, okay? Diba? It takes place in the family home. Teka, pakita ko sa inyo. Wala pala dito. Like, it's convenient because you can have classes anywhere in your house and you don't really even have to dress up much, right? When you're learning online. Sabi nga nila, nauso talaga yung blouse lang ang pinapalitan, tas naka-shorts or naka-underwear lang, whatever. Pero nagle-lesson or nagtuturo. Kasi as much as yung teacher tsaka student, hindi mo pa sila, pwede nila yan gawin. Hold on a second. I already had it up. Okay, there you go. See? Look at this one. This kid is learning in her pajamas. How convenient is that, right? Well, it's most convenient, right? It's very convenient because she doesn't have to dress up anymore, right? She can take the lessons lying down, pero except of course if there's like group classes na you have to participate. See, look at this little girl, right? Kasi nga most in-person tutors will try to fit the kids in their schedule, pero ito, like yan. Sometimes traveling to and fro kasi the house, nahirapan din yung tutor mag-park, mamaya matitikitan pa yun, okay? And of course, nowadays, if both parents are working, I said, they have no time for this. In comparison, online tutoring takes place in the family home, right? Tingnan mo to, picture na to, nakapajama. Meaning there is no traveling or time making small talk with a tutor. It's simply focus on the task at hand. Nakikita niyo itong picture na to. Online tutoring can take place in your pajamas when you're just sharing a screen. Okay? You know, we have to understand also the parents of our students, okay? Right from signing up and picking your child's time slots through the math lessons themselves is extremely simple and easy to use. Everything nowadays is may be done online, which means that the farthest you'll have to go is to your laptop to secure a world-class primary school math tutor for your child. Okay, we'd also get that's why it's important to also check the companies that you're trying to get a tutor from. Check the background, check the the stats, check the success rates. Okay, ito lang. Okay, if you do online tutoring for your child, you get to get a great range of the best tutors online. Totoo naman kasi, like yung mga sinabi ko mga companies kahapon, right? Yung mga iba doon talaga, rigid training bago sila, before they can belong to that group. Yeah, so finding a tutor kasi who really knows their stuff is one of the biggest challenges for many parents. Often the top tutors have been snapped up by other moms and dads and a term in advance. Yun na nga eh. Yung mga magagaling na tutor online, kino-commission na sila taunan, isang taon ka magtuturo sa anak ko, But you can't help that, right? Kasi often the top tutors are taken and are busy. Okay, and it's not easy to tell if a tutor that you get on with with as a parent will be the right one to take your child's learning to the next level. Kaya nga, hindi ibig sabihin that tutor worked for you, pwede rin ganyan para sa anak mo. Big difference. Okay? With online tutoring, okay, the hard work is done for you, right? Totoo naman, talaga. It's headache free to the parents, right? But of course, if you want to monitor your child, it solely depends on you. Depende naman talaga, okay? So you'll see that only the best tend to get through the various selection processes. Kasi an online tutoring provider with meron silang rigorous or hard selection process. Yung mga magagandang schools at saka mahuhusay ang teacher talaga. This means that your child will be getting the best quality tuition or tutoring that they possibly can and avoiding trolling through the vast pool of underqualified tutors. Ayan talaga yung sinasabi ko talaga. Like yung mga nag-proliferate na mga online schools eh. Basta-basta na lang din kumukuha ng basta marunong mag-English kasi hodang nag-graduate na ng high school or college. Right? But the sad part is, he keeps giving. Okay? This means that your child will be getting the best quality tuition so that they can possibly avoid yung mga underqualified teachers. Pumunta ka sa mga online tutoring websites na legit, na certified, tsaka already tried and tested, okay? Kasi yung mga yan, mapapansin naman mga requirements nito mga online schools na to are stiffer pagka magaling na eskwela. Because they also require certain qualifications and credentials ng teacher. Okay? Okay? Ayun, what's more kasi we are, we work, most of these online schools or online tutoring schools, they work with the best schools around the country. Okay? So, and most of them, are educated in the top schools in the land, right? Ano pang pwedeng gawin? Students can be matched to the best online tutors for their needs. Totoo yan. Kasi nga, di ba, like I said, yung mga sinabi ko kahapon na mga places na may mga profile and teachers, ito, di ba? Yeah, this one, right? The schools I mentioned yesterday, some of them require certification, some don't, but very few. But of course, it's always wise and good to have one as backup for your credentials. So, ang ganda pa rin tayo nito. Okay? All right. So, it can be extremely difficult as a parent to know which tutor is right for your child. Di ba? Trial and error nga eh. Tayo minsan, pag nakahanap ka ng magugustuhan na anak mo at saka motivated siya, kailangan ka minsan dumaan pa sa several tutors, right? Kasi not because yung resume nila stellar, nag-aaral sila sa UP or Ateneo or Lasal, you know, ang bottom line dyan is how they are gonna be with your child or anong magiging rapport, kung meron ba silang rapport or magkakaroon sila ng connection or magugustuhan siya nila ang isa't isa. Pero ang mas importante, of course, magustuhan ka ng estudyante mo, right? Okay. So, paano ka as a parent? Paano iisipan kung ano yung criteria mo para pumili ng online tutor? Okay? Do you go with the one that you got on with the most o yung nakasundo mo? Kasi if you already have, for example, 1, 2, or 3 tutors that you get for your child, sino ang pipiliin mo dyan? Yung na online. Kunyari, ang magaling dyan is, kunyari yung tutor ng anak mo, face-to-face, ay nag-online tutoring na. Right? Yan ang pinaka-convenient sa magulang. Kung siya rin, nagtuturo online. So, wala ka nang kailangan isipin dahil this is the one that you nakasundo ng anak mo, right? Or, can you choose a tutor that your friends recommend? Yeah, this also is an option for most parents, really, because they ask for referrals, right? And on the referrals, like I mentioned the other day, importante yan sa mga online tutor. Referrals, resume nila, success rates, right? Endorsements from other students or parents. Or, ano ba pipiliin mo? Are you gonna pick the teacher or tutor with the best resume at magandang mga credentials? Like I said, hindi lahat ng bagay, credentials lang. Ang pinaka-important is that your child or the student gets along with this at saka effective sila to each other. Nagkakaintindihan sila, right? One of the benefits of online tutoring is the hassle of picking the right tutor for your child. It's taken out of the equation. Paano? Kasi lalo na yung may mga apps or yung mga website paghanap ng tutor. Algorithms make finding the right tutor easy, right? And by answering a few questions on your child's likes, mostly ngayon din, pag sa online yan, meron dyan mga question Q&A part to determine din yung profile or yung demographics, lahat na behavior or ng estudyante. There's questions that will be asked online before they let you choose and book a teacher or a tutor. Questions like what are your child's likes or dislikes, confidence and other attributes. A computer will be able to perfectly match your child with the right tutor, right? This certainly gives the dozens of phone calls or yung emailing and meeting that can come with finding the perfect tutor for your child. This cuts down all those things in half. Hindi mo na kailangan interviewin, face-to-face, mag-meet kayo somewhere, because pwede mo na yan lahat gawin online, right? Less effort, less time consumed, diba? But more efficient in some ways, okay? At mas mabilis. Siyempre, ang online tutoring, kasi most of it talaga, ang online tutoring ng academic subjects are for children, okay? Or teenagers, or K-12. Online tutoring can be fun and engaging for children. Yun na nga, yung mga nagtuturo ng bata, whether it's English or math or whatever subject, you have to be animated as a teacher. You have to be creative, okay? Engaging lessons, kahit sa math. Yes, nowadays it can be done because of the interactive tools that we have to work with. Even learning math, which I really, really detested and hated when I was growing up and learning. ngayon pwede ng fun way. May graphics na dyan, may animated things na dyan, na PowerPoint na pwede mo ituro or whatever when you share your screen. There's very creative ways to teach nowadays. Even math. Yes, it can be done, right? Kasi ang math can be a tricky topic for a lot of young minds, you know. Marami talagang merong resistance sa pag-aaral ng math. Myself included, guilty of that. Alam ko namang hindi ako bobo talaga sa math eh. Ayaw ko lang talagang i-figure out before, right? But anyway, so yeah. So kaya, because nga math is a tricky subject or a hard subject for some, having engaging lessons is crucial or important to help keep the focus firmly on the math lessons that are being taught. Okay? Dapat talaga i-engage mo yung estudyante para wag siyang mag-veer away from the subject, which is math. As a magulang, okay, you'll already know how hard it is to persuade a child to do their math homework, di ba? Mommy and daddy ko ay up above in heaven, di ba? Pero truth be told naman, kaming magkakapatid really, we grew up in a household, well, we're competitive when it comes to thinking or giving out ideas or being creative. But kasi we grew up in a home where our parents, my mother was a teacher, my father man is a banker and economist, pero both of them are good writers. My mother was a journalist too, but my father wrote beautifully as well. Pero yun na nga, kaming magkakapatid, talaga lumaki kami na when we do our homework, ay nako, we don't ask our help from our dad or our mom. We didn't. For feeling namin kasi growing up when pag nagtanong ka, bobo ka, right? So talagang wini-wing namin gumawa ng homework. Ako, pag hindi ko masagot, papasok ako ng maaga para magkopya. Hindi, of course not. Just a joke. But really, talaga, we were doing our own homework, we were doing our own research, encyclopedia pa noon, Britannica, di ba? Hindi kami nagtatanong kasi pag may nagtanong kay daddy or mommy, ay, Bobski, right? And yet, tsaka yun, hindi kami nag-tutor, or hindi kami nagpa-tutor sa magulang namin. Kasi na nga, as a parent talaga, you'll know when your child has a difficulty in any subject, right? Tsaka, and especially nga, yung math, it's hard for parents to make their child focused, okay? Because sa eskwela na nga, nahihirapan na siya. Tapos ano pa kaya yung after school, meron ka pang math ulit na haharapin with the tutor, okay? But fortunately, this is where online learning comes into its own, right? Thanks to the versatile nature of online classrooms, each and every lesson can be highly personalized to match or to customize to each individual child and the events of the days of the week, right? There's no need to read from textbooks that were written 10 years ago or mga encyclopedia, wala na. When learning online, kasi nga interactive to. And this responsiveness is something that children love when they are being taught, okay? So wag na tayong magbasa ng mga lumang books. We've found over years of teaching that the high level of engagement comes from using the interactive classroom, especially sa mga bata. They like watching the graphics move or they like the words moving, right? And they're motivated and encouraged because of the interactive classroom and the tools that we can use in these interactive classrooms, right? It is great for encouraging children to verbalize their responses too, and this is crucial for learning. So, pag meron tayong interactive classroom, yun, nakaka-chat natin yung ating mga estudyante, nakakasagot sila doon, and they can even also share videos and pictures and slideshows with us, right? And it becomes personal in that way. Ayun nga lang, virtual personal. But, you can establish a rapport with your student online, which is also good because you need that, okay? ano pa, learning takes place, okay, in a more comfortable environment for your child. Of course, because if you're learning from your bedroom or if you're learning from your living room, why not, diba? Relax ka lang, right? When learning takes place in a comfortable environment for your child, depending on the age, diba, and confidence level ng anak nyo, introducing them to a stranger can prove to be a very intimidating experience, especially to the young kids who will meet their first tutor for the first time. Kasi face-to-face in-person tutoring can be a very scary thought to someone in primary school, but we have to present them with a chance to head over to the house computer to chat with a tutor over a headset, and they will likely find the learning experience more appealing rather than darating na yung teacher mo, alika na, bumaba ka na. Siyempre, ayun na yung fear. Pero, for example, I think engaging pa ngayon pagka yun na nga, pag alam nila may lesson sila, tatakbo nila sa bahay o ng computer so that they can have someone to chat with for an hour or so with a headset. Well, I think that this is more appealing to the young people, right? One advantage of online tutoring, okay, is that it could be done, okay, in any place that's conducive, like in your place or home, okay, that it plays in your home or school, and this is something that should not be underestimated when considering the impact tutoring could have on your child, huh? If they are more comfortable in their surroundings, I'd like to think that if a child is more comfortable in their surroundings, taking part in an activity they probably enjoy, all right, when they're doing things online, then they will get a lot more from the tutoring sessions. Because the most important thing is for your student to embrace the thought of online, that they are now learning online, and it's just virtual. They cannot touch teacher. They cannot, high five with teacher, but if you're comfortable, make them know that they can have their lessons in their comfort in the comforts of their own home, right? And they can take part in activities also virtually because of all these new technology that we should use. Okay? Ano pa? Ang online tutoring sites tend to have more training options for their tutors, right? Because at saka nakakatulong. They have material, they have curriculum, headache-free ka na, online tutor. Kesa ikaw mag-isa mag-freelance, at ikaw pa maghanap ng students. If you belong to these platforms or online tutoring sites, they have the barrage of students. All you have to do is accept the students, right? So, okay, so some of these companies have to subject the online potential tutors to a rigorous selection process. Yung iba naman napakadali lang. But also are required to do initial training on the primary school's master curriculum, okay? How to use the online classroom, and importantly, how to develop a rapport and work with even the youngest primary school children, okay? We believe kasi essential to ensure parents that can trust us with the care of their students. Diba? Ang mga magulang, tayo yung nagiging parang second magulang kasi ini-entrust nila yung education ng anak nila sa atin. Tsaka iniiwan tayo sa isang kwarto, sa isang tahimik na lugar sa bahay nila. That they don't really naman monitor or look over the shoulder na nagle-lesson para malaman nila na talaga kayo nagle-lesson. Okay? After all the skills, knowledge, and understanding required, so math online could be very different and more creative, like I said, because of the interactive stuff. So, think about that, all right? Ito yung sad reality, online tutoring is cheaper than in-person tutoring. Bakit? Kasi nga, hindi naman na kailangan mag-commute yung teacher or magpagas. Kasi the realization that your child needs a tutor is often accompanied by a sharp intake of breath. Ano ba tong gastos pa to additional? Talaga naman. Kasi like ang pag-tutor hindi naman mura. Meron nag-charge 6,000 a month, meron nag-charge per hour. I think mas mura yung monthly kung mo isa-set yun kesa sa 1,500 per hour na tutoring, okay? But the cost of it can highly, really, hugely depend on where you live, right? Kasi most of the time nga, yung mga tutor pupuntahan ka. So, diyan mali-determine kung magpapagrab siya or whatever. But of course, now everything is at a standstill here in the Philippines. You know, you can't just, uh, you know, ang online tutoring dito, ang marami nang gumagawa niyan dito sa Pilipinas, right? And of course, there's already companies like local companies that have online websites that you can join. Anyway, so ang weekly sessions will be needed to keep up the learning momentum, okay? And para ma-ensure nyo yung progress ng tinuturuan nyo, kailangan weekly ang session, like once a week, twice a week, one and tutor, that's the norm, okay? And payment is usually taken in advance, okay? If sa Pilipinas, after yata ang bayad eh, okay? Of course, no one wants to cut corners when it comes to their child's education. Okay, of course, definitely not. But with the cost of living increasing, it's important that we get great value for our money. So, piliin nyo talaga yung mahusay na teacher. Right? Value for money is just as important for schools with budgets growing ever tighter. Yun na nga eh, online education na anak ko, pero hindi naman talaga nag-discount yung Ateneo. Ganun pa rin, whether it's online teaching or face-to-face. Meron mga charge na library fee, hindi naman mag-library yung anak sa, pwede naman sila mag-Google. But anyway, thanks to overheads being lower, and elements like travel costs being taken out of the equation, online tutoring has the benefit of being competitively priced and can be a great option for parents who want a quality service that won't break the bank. Yan nga sa pag-tutor. Pero yung online studying, like I said, wala namang discount yung tuition. So, okay, ang online tutoring, is it safe and secure? Yes, it is. As discussed above, each section will take place in the comfort of your own home, which only means that your child is safe in that environment. Comfortable siya. So, ano pa, this enables them kasi to track every lesson as a parent, mamamonitor mo rin yung anak mo, and tsaka each lesson kasi pwede i-report naman sa'yo yung progress na anak mo, and safeguarding procedures are followed, meaning you can rest easy when searching for a personal tutor online. Okay? So, online tutoring helps improve your child's technological skills in technology. Okay? Magiging updated pa ang anak mo. Right? So anyway, online resources and homework between lessons. When online tutoring with online tutoring kasi come other benefits that the online world can bring, namely a host of free services. They can save their lessons, they can save the classes, they can record it, and they can refer to it. Pwede mag-review yung mga anak niyo, right? Because nandiyan na save, okay? So thank you so much. Today, okay, we are on the subject of online tutoring, specifically yung mga online teachers or online tutors na that has taken the place of yung face-to-face tutoring na dati natin ginagawa para sa ating mga anak. Patas Balita, magandang umaga rin. Salamat. Thank you, Patas, for your compliment. Naman talaga. I'm just here to give information. I'm here to help. At maraming salamat for joining us today. So we were talking about yan, yung pagiging online tutor, and we gave the benefits and of course the difference. There's not much of a difference sa pag face-to-face tutoring sa online. Pumunta lang tayo online, pero most of the things na kailangan gawin as an online tutor, a face-to-face online tutor, a face-to-face tutor is the same as an online tutor. Yun nga lang, more convenient. Right? Because wala nang pamasahe, wala nang gas. So thank you so much for joining me today. Bukas more on online tutoring and how to become one and the companies that you can join to get a job as an online tutor of any kind. Maraming salamat po. 12 o'clock na pala, tanghalian na, kakain na. Nagutom na nga ako. Maraming happy Thursday, everyone. Please always keep the faith, hope, and love alive. And please be kind, especially in this pandemic. Be more mindful and be more kind. Thank you. Be kinder. Have a nice day, everyone. Salamat sa sama niyo sa akin today. Thank you very much.
Inyong natunghayan at napakinggan ang mga makabagong pamamaraan sa mundo ng online sa pamamagitan pa rin ng Broad Stream Cast Communicators. Hanggang sa muli, maraming salamat po.